Whoa, my people, I welcome again. Oh, I am here and I'm back once again. Oh, happy 31st. All I remember say today, I will mark the end of this glorious year. Well, I said it's a glorious year, not simply because I got all the millions and all the billions, or not simply because I've got all the investment in the world, but simply because I'm there, I can be able to see the end of this year, that this year does not see my end. So I can say that this year is a very glorious one, because many who started this journey with us at the beginning of this year will not be able to see the end of today. Some even lost at the beginning, and some even more people are still going to lose their lives. Oh, who is going to be? May God have mercy, or may the gods have mercy. Anyway, my people, in wherever you are, just let your prayer point be, or let whatever incantation you are doing, let God lead you safely into the year of 2024. And because the year 2024 is a very wonderful and a marvelous year. And I know a lot of people is going to enjoy, including me, myself, and you listening to my voice. That is my prayer for each and every one of us. Anyway, happy crossover and happy new year in advance. Happy new year in advance, according to my people. Anyway, let's go straight to the reason why we are here. This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu news. The system the Nigerian government are using now to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention is what we are about to discuss. The Nigerian state continues to use Stalin tactics to quietly extinguish the IPOB leader in detention. When I hear them, that is they use the Stalin tactics, delay tactics, to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu perpetually in detention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not serving a jail term, he's not serving a prison term, but they perpetually decide to torture that young man mentally, physically, morally, emotionally, and anything you can think of. That guy is truly going through a lot. Even as I'm talking to you now, on 29th of this month, the young man collapsed, but the news didn't make headline. It takes some people who get direct contact from DSS to be able to know exactly what happens. But whichever way it is, so we are going to read our news. All we keep saying is we wish him well and good health. He will surely witness the coming of Biafra coming 2024, and nothing is going to happen to him. So let us read in between the lines. When you get this news, please help me like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos coming your way. My name still remains Amandia Neze from the platform of Ukute Daily Talk. Oh yeah, now let's go there. On the 29th of December, according to the news before me here, Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigerian state, continued to use Stalin tactics to quietly extinguish the IPOB leaders in detention. On 29th of December 2023, the public received a heart-rending news of how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the illegally detained leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been seriously down. In fact, he collapsed as a result of their internal hemorrhage in his blood vessels. Alongside other health complications he is going through under the solitary confinement walls of the Nigerian Department of State Security Service, which is DSS. Recall that nearly 3 years ago, the Nigerian government engaged an international espionage network to unlawfully kidnap and extraordinarily rendition the IPOB leader from Kenya to Nigeria, and has since kept in a custody while he underwent legal prosecutions. And although subsequent Nigerian courts have ruled in favor of Kanu, ordering his unconditional release and acquittal, citing the legitimacy of his agitation for self-determination through a peaceful means. The Nigerian Supreme Court, during its landmark judgment on the 15th day of December 2023, failed to neither uphold the judgment of its subordinate courts nor give an informed ruling of its own. Instead, it reverted the case back to the Federal High Court, which a year earlier stated that it lacked the jurisdictions to give a sound judgment on the case. The Supreme Court also erroneously justified the continued incarceration of Kanu in the DSS cell. What an irony of a country without a human rights, yet they claim to be practicing democracy. Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime known to law as we are talking to you now, aside demanding the conduct of a United Nations supervised referendum for the people of Eastern region, who are largely agreed to have suffered oppression and subjugation since the unconsented amalgamation of the Nigerian entity by colonial Britain in 1914. So the inhuman judgment delivered by the Supreme Court of course, sparked a great dissatisfaction, especially in the East and in IPOB movement, who for years has continued to have the faith in the Nigerian judiciary, placed themselves in the face of unprecedented provocations, extrajudicial killings, and forceful abduction of their folks without fair trial. This including the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. The IPOB leader has on various occasions been reported to have serious life-threatening health complications owing to this tragic ordeal in Kenya in the hands of his abductors who tortured him for several days before bringing him to Nigeria, and until recently, Nigerian authorities did not allow him access to his personal doctors and equally refused to release him either on the indispensable discharge and acquittal judgment of the appellate court or grant him medical clemency, leave on the health grounds to undergo rigorous surgery to ascertain the level of damage that has been done to his person. Thus, it has become speculatively clear enough that Nigerian government, as well as their supposed co-conspirators on both local and foreign levels, have decided that, having not been able to immediately jail the IPOB leader, which they had thought would be a cakewalk upon his rendition, they are left with no other choice but to capitalize on his health complications to slowly but maliciously extinguish what is left of his physical being. They are carrying this out by allowing his inflicted injuries to continue to eat deep and deteriorated irreparably, while they scamper for the ulterior means to bend the law and finally put him behind bars, and could lead one to argue that what transpired at the Supreme Court was the beginning of the long plan which the so-called Zoological Republic of Nigeria had on the issue of Kanu. However, it is important to buttress that should Nigeria succeed through its ill-advised actions to force the IPOB movement out of their legal course and pragmatic diplomacy in pursuit of the self-determination right of the people of Eastern region, then it loses the moral, legal, and political right to confront or complain, even in the international community, about the actions of the movement henceforth. Nigeria is already an entity marred with severe ethnic, economic, and security crises, some of which, of course, can be said to be consciously intended by state actors for geopolitical, ethnic, and ultranationalism reasons. For example, the massacres of indigenous people of central Nigeria by the Fulani terror herdsmen who have been on the rampage since 2015, with operational backing from their kinsmen in the political sphere. Nonetheless, the adverse impact of this ethnic strife and their economic decadence in Nigeria, if then decided to the Biafra agitation, which could go south at any time, would apparently result to the demise of Nigeria as presently constituted. It is imperative that the Nigerian government and international community prevail on these issues and free the IPOB leader and seek diplomacy to resolve whatever disagreements they have with the Eastern region or the old Eastern region. There are already various conflict zones in the world now which have their impact on global trade and economic. Another one in West Africa would not be in the interest of world trade, and the catalyst for such could be the Senegal, according to the news. The evasive gimmicks of the Nigerian government is addressing the Biafra, or in addressing the Biafra question, that of its leader is nothing to write home about. In fact, my people. Anyway, this message is being written by for and edited by C.S. Oga Madabuchi for the Family Writers Press International. And the news is being brought to your doorstep or brought to you by Okute Daily Talk channel, where we always give you the right news at the right time, at the right moment. And this news is what we are going to give you. Maybe this might be the last news of 2023. You are going to hear my voice again in 2024, or we may decide to continue a lot of activities today. But I try every try humanly possible to make sure that I bring something to my people who always wait to hear my voice on daily basis. So whichever way you take see me, please make on manage me. This one is going to be the news of this hour. So have a nice day. Like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos coming your way. I still remain Okute Daily Talk. Oh yeah, now make on enjoy this one. I'll be right back.